What's up, guys? Welcome to Games with Grant. I'm Grant Burton, and this is, well, it's Games with Grant. It's my Twitch stream of the week, because I'm a little busy these days, and I'm yet again in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So, I'm about to go into one of the main missions of the game, Noveria. Yes, Noveria. So let's get straight to it, which is, if I'm remembering rightly, Noveria is where I will face Lady Benezia. Check this place out first. I'm a completionist, so I have to find all of the little nooks and crannies of the galaxy and get all the little bits and bobs. But I'm not just going to be playing Mass Effect today. I've got a bunch of things I want to talk about, a bunch of films that I've seen that I want to give my impressions of. Right, so there's absolutely nothing in this place. Let's go to Noveria. So yeah, I'm taking it very slow with Mass Effect. I've played it a bunch of times before. If you've seen my streams, you'll know I've played it a lot before. So this is not my first time playing this game. But I am a completionist. I like to get the full experience, basically, because one of the things that Mass Effect does well is that even the minor things can feel significant or important later on. So I'm seeing a lot of people playing this game for the first time,
requesting a vector and a berth.
but they all seem to be just mainlining the main quest, which I do not agree with.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Rightio.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think I need to talk to my crew members before I go out, but I'll speak to Joker in case he's got something to
Commander. Something you... Alright, see ya.
say. You know what? I will quickly just go and check. Gotta get those conversations in. Gotta build my relationship with the crew members. The characters are the best thing about this game. But yeah, I do have a feeling that I don't have to right now. If you've watched any of my previous streams, you're probably wondering why does it take me so long to get through this game? Well, it's because I've been doing loads of these side missions and stuff like that.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want
I
to
should
know?
go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yeah, alright. Let's just get out of here then. So, I recently watched a film called The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So I was at an early screen preview of this, and you can get my full review on my film and TV channel at Grant Burton on YouTube. I like the film quite a bit. It's very fun, very enjoyable, but it's also very familiar. If you've seen any of the other Conjuring movies, and I'm talking both The Conjuring being the title and the Conjuring universe, so Annabelle and The Nun and so on and so forth, it's very familiar. You've seen films like it before. which means that there's not a huge deal of originality in there at times, but it presents it in a really entertaining way. It's pretty fast-paced for horror. There's a lot of horror tropes in there.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
The characters are very interesting
The
and they're
commanding
very
officer
likable.
is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
There's a lot of good mood lighting in there. A lot of jump scares and stuff like that. A lot of tension and suspense. It's very traditional, classic paranormal horror sort of stuff. And that's probably the biggest disappointment with the film, is that there's very little there that feels truly unique or original. But yeah, like I said, I did enjoy it. It does do a good job of presenting all of that stuff. It's very familiar.
That's far enough.
Something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't. This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, man.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Let's not start a fight.
If you think this is best, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Damn right. Show some respect for the Spectre. So, previous Mass Effect playthroughs, I've always been really Paragon, and I'm not exactly going away from that, but
Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
but I am being much more edgy, like much more what's the best way of phrasing this? It's like I don't take shit from anyone, basically. So I've got like a rough edge to me. That's the kind of thing I'm going for.
Weapon detectors, don't mind the bones.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone piss in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I'm not here to dig out any corporate secrets.
That's gratifying to hear.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Passed through? Where is she now?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
That's where I need to be then.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Pretty heavy security.
The Executive Board. That's
Understood.
gratifying.
Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, we don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're a part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Alright. Some interesting stuff there. A lot of security here. I feel like they've really brightened this place up a bit. The lighting looks very sharp.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
So I know that one of the changes they've made to this place in particular from the first version of the game is windows. So these windows weren't here in the original game, they were actually just a wall. It's because they had to load in the background behind it and all that, and there was stuff going on. Well, now the consoles are full enough that they don't need to do that.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
Still seems pretty vague and shady.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
Your customer would prefer to have his package. Tell me who it's for or I walk.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Annaleus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Alright, let's see what he's got. I'm particularly looking for armors, because there's not a lot of good armors in this game. Grenade upgrade. What's that? Materials licensing, I'll have that. I'll have that as well. Yeah, I might as well get that too. I never use the grenades in this game, they seem like the most useless things there is. It's weird because you can send out a grenade, but then you've got to press the button again to detonate it, basically. And yeah, it's just odd because you also throw it like a frisbee rather than an actual grenade. Might as well do this mission since there's a quick one. Alright, let's get this package. I believe this is it. There we go. And let's go back. There are a lot of like fetch quest sort of things in this game where it is just go here, get this, go back. sometimes there'll be a fight thrown in there just to add some entertainment factor to it. But the fetch quest stuff doesn't actually become a problem until Mass Effect 3. It's a real problem in Mass Effect 3, where a lot of the side quests really are just go here, get that, come back. There's some of it in Mass Effect 2 as well, but they often have pretty decent stories surrounding them, which makes up for it a little bit.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
I want to know where this package is going.
The customer is the Krogan called Inamor. Now, does the other have the package?
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
Yeah, that sounds really
You're trying
cheap.
to make me laugh. You think I'm here to amuse you? To make funny, sputtering noises when you offer an insult instead of a reward.
No, this one would never. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement. This one awaits your return.
Right. That's that mission done. A nice little short one there.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking.
I don't know when The Conjuring the Devil Made Me Do It is officially out in cinemas. I think it is out now in the UK. I don't know about it in the US or anywhere else. But I did see an early screen preview of it, so that's why my review was up so early. My review was up last week, in fact, the day of release in the UK. Let's look at the map. Right, I might as well go to the administrator's office since it's here. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people working here. Must be a weekend.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
I'd like to speak to Analeas.
One moment, please. Mr. Analeas?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
One last thing about The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, is that I like the amount of levity in the film. There's a surprising amount of comedy. I'm not going to say it is a comedy, because it's not, but there are some humorous moments in there, and I think it actually does a good job of helping make it more entertaining. It's not just a straight up horror. It actually helps make it a bit more accessible.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Well, he's a pleasant individual. And with that, let's get on to the next thing I want to talk about. A Quiet
Mr.
Place
Ananias
Part
isn't
2.
the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only... Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
So yeah, A Quiet Place Part 2. Another horror film, sort of. And damn, is that a good film. So, A Quiet Place Part 1 came out a few years ago. I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was the most original thing ever. I didn't think it was the scariest thing ever, but I thought it was very competent in what it was doing. So, to say that A Quiet Place Part 2 blows the first one out the water, I think is really impressive. I think Quiet Place Part 2 is far and away better than the first one. I think there's a mastercraft of horror direction in the film. A lot of good foreshadowing, a lot of building up of events and hinting at certain themes and elements that become relevant later on. A lot of good suspense and tension being mounted up.
You're the Spectre, right? Management told us not.
The acting and the cast is great, plain and simple. They are all very well-rounded characters. They've got a new character played by Cillian Murphy in this one, who is I don't want to say too much about his character, but he's what can I say? Someone who feels like he's made mistakes. And that's kind of what his arc is all about, trying to make up for certain things that he has or hasn't done. But yeah, the characters are great. I think the fact that the film's only like an hour and a half is really a good thing. It makes it much... There's like a pacing to it.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for my ego's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Ananias or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annaleus, and the matriarch came through.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What was that about Synthetic Insights?
Scuttlebutt says Lord Keene was on the take. Annaleus shut down SI's offices. Quiet like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Handshed. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I'm on Citadel business. I need to leave this station.
If you want to enter the garage, you need authorization for Mr. Annaleus. No exceptions. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I really recommend A Quiet Place Part 2. You do have to see Part 1 though. I think it's worth saying that Quiet Place Part 2 is very much a continuation of the story. It's not like, oh, here's another story in that world. It really does continue where the first one left off. But it also builds on all the things that the first one established, and yeah, it's a sequel that is setting itself apart from the first one. If the first one was all about horror and trying to survive, this one's much more about hope and trying to evolve in this new life, so to say. And without spoiling it, there clearly is setting things up for a potential third film, and I'm really looking forward to that.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Well, you did just call me a dull stone for some reason. I'm not
He's right
quite
there.
keen on that.
Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
What they might be doing somewhere else doesn't justify my acting against them here.
Very well, Spectre. I will be on my way.
Right. So there's that mission done all of a sudden.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lord Keene? I heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeas closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
By rents, you mean bribes for Analeas.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeas' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeas would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeas cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Analeas' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Just adjusting the no, what the hell's going on there? Adjusting the Twitch overlay. Should only take us. I'd forgotten how much like corporate espionage stuff was going on this planet, and that it isn't just like a straight line to Bethesda.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers. They'd only write them down on thin strip.
Full benefits, of course.
Oh, sure, the company takes care of its own. Full insurance, paid vacation, subsidized housing. After a year, I'd start getting stock options.
You hear about the resort link? At the equator? Bounce backing, diving, accredited as the Eurofield?
If you like that sort of thing, I'd rather admire the view.
You're the Spectre, right? Management told us not to talk to you.
Raphael Vargas. Right. So I believe the office I'm breaking into is up here, if I remember rightly.
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without a corporate account.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on Noveria now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time from the Traverse. Do you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with Synthetic Insights. The manager, Laura Keene, he got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshan's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about... Are you ready for his name? Ronadril Gon Swa Folsum Keratin Nard Ead Bella Analeas.
Wow, that's a hell of a name.
That's the administrator. The Hanshan administrator. Now, think about it. A Turian wouldn't risk getting his office closed. They don't compromise their team. That's drilled into them from boot camp. I think the administrator is using this Keene fellow to draw flies from his own clutch. Of course I could look it up myself. But do you think I'm likely to get any unfiltered data through Noveria's own network? That, and it would take forever for any out-system search results to get back here. Thank you, Elder Brother. I have to go. Yes. I'll speak to you soon.
See, it's conversations like that which I love in the Mass Effect games. The fact that you just walk by someone and there's so much world building and character development just by listening in.
Beat it.
Friendly Krogan.
said beat it. Go find something else to do, stupid mammal. If you don't stop poking me, I'll throw you off that balcony. Beat it.
Alright, so let's talk about a news topic that came in this past week. In that Amazon has just bought MGM, the movie studio, for, I believe it was $8.45 billion? Or maybe it was pounds? Either way, 8.45 billion. No, was it billion or million? Either way, I can't remember. It's a lot of money, basically, and a lot of people are thinking maybe too much money. Because MGM, at least in recent years, the only big film franchise they've got is James Bond.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I should let you go.
Let me go.
Right, where am I going to be going? Right.
Do humans consider conversation a form of imprisonment?
But there are...
so few are willing to sit and talk.
There are other big franchises at MGM, so they've got like the Rocky franchise, they've got the Pink Panther franchise. Again, none of them are quite on the level of James Bond, but it does mean that all of these films and all these franchises are probably going to end up making their way to Amazon Prime Video, more specifically. So that's cool if you've got Prime Video. But it also means we could start seeing more like TV shows, streaming TV shows based on these properties. So there's been talks of maybe a James Bond TV show, which would be interesting. But yeah, the big question is, why are they paying so much money for it? I think it's less to do because they think it's worth that much, and more because they desperately just want it. Streaming wars are really heating up in recent years, especially with like Disney Plus
Freeze.
coming out and
Attention security.
HBO Max.
This office is sealed.
What are you doing in these offices?
The administrator's orders. Laura Keene is under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Ananias has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Enemy AI is not very good. As you can see, they have a tendency just to sprint straight for you. Come on, my gun's overheated. One left. I really like the sound design in this version of Mass Effect because they gave all the weapons like a really, just a punchy, booming sound, like perhaps too much so. I particularly like the sound of the sniper rifles. It really feels like you've got just like a cannon in your grasp. But yeah, it does mean that it gets very loud. Right, just gonna check downstairs before I go into the office upstairs, because I know that's where I need to be. Oh, actually, it might be down here that I need to be. Lots and lots of weapons and stuff like that. Far too many upgrades. It's one of the things I don't like about this game, is that the whole inventory and upgrade system just very busy, very cluttered, and hard to manage after a while. And it's annoying as well when half of the weapons are just exactly the same as the previous ones but with better stats. It's something that changes in Mass Effect 2, where every weapon has a very unique look to it. Anyway, let's sort all this out because I've got quite a lot now. Alright. I always get first dibs on all the weapons because, you know, it's more important to me. Improve sighting 3, so let's see, have I got any better ones there? What does this actually do? 9% max accuracy. Stability. Yeah, I'll have that instead. Combat sensor 7. Yeah, don't have much of a choice there. Shredder around 6. I've got the 7th edition now, so I can have that. Oh, that's a hell of a pistol. Right, what have I got here? Tungsten rounds. Tungsten round 6. High caliber barrel 3. There we go. That should make me one hell of a pistol. Give me a sniper rifle. I like the snipers. Shred around 6. Let's see, have I got anything? Nah. Right, yo, there's that. High explosive 6. Yeah. Not a lot of armor, that's always disappointing. So many exoskeletons. Just get rid of the ones where I've got double of them. Kinetic buffer 5. Right, now to do the other people. The tediousness of this game kicks in right now. Oh, we'll give her that one. The heat sink's really bad on that one, so that's what's throwing me off here. But maybe I've got an upgrade that can counteract that, like this for example, that'll do. Cryo rounds 5, I've got number 6 now, so we can get rid of that. There we go. Give her that. And now let's do Garrus. Energize Weave 6. There we go. Cryo round 6, combat sensor. Yeah, he's getting that gun. There we go. And we're done. I'm going to save my game so I don't have to do all of that crap again. And let's get going. So yeah, the whole Amazon buying MGM thing. Beyond stuff going to Prime Video, beyond being able to get a revamp of certain franchises, whether it be in TV or film form, I don't think this is a huge deal. I don't think it's going to change much. We're still going to get films releasing in the cinemas. James Bond, for example, is going to release in cinemas. I think this is just another thing that Amazon can brag about and say, hey, this is what we've got, this is what makes us different from HBO Max or Netflix or Disney Plus. We've got MGM, all of their properties. Oh, we have company.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I have a mission to complete. I did what I had to.
I don't...
Let's try out my new sniper. Probably not the best situation, but oh crap. Well, I didn't last long, did I? Note to self, avoid that sniper rifle fire. Must be really powerful enemies, these.
No, I'm not. Are
I'm
you?
so Ananias would throw
Your men
you
are
off-
dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the...
I have a mission.
I don't...
Bring it on!
I love the sound of that firing. I also like how every shot just makes them go flying. sure there's people downstairs though.
I need a target.
Target inside.
It's one way to get your target from downstairs. Oh, let's switch over there. You know what, let's try my handgun, because I've got a new handgun, haven't I? Think I got her. Yeah, firestorm, so sniper, upgrade and a shotgun. Let's have a look. Right, well she can have that. Shotgun doesn't do anything for me. She can have that. And he can have, well actually, yeah, he can have that. There we go.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Lots of shady stuff going on here. I should really be more careful with the things I'm saying to people.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
That doesn't tell me much.
That's all I've got. No one knows what's going on up there.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keen to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, the automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Right, so there's another wrench thrown in the works.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analeas.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it? I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Analeas' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Analeas. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
Right. So there's another back and forth thing that I've got to do. But on my way to this next place, let's talk about the final topic of discussion I've got today. Cruella. So, Cruella, a live-action origin story on Cruella de Vil, played by Emma Stone. This film is way, way better than it has any right being. It's very fun, very entertaining, it's got a lot of style to it. But it's not just style, there's a lot of substance as well. There's strong themes and messages, it's just a good, fun film. The central performances from Emma Stone and Emma Thompson are brilliant. They are clearly reveling in playing these bad guys, and they're having a lot of fun with it. There's some good comedic beats in there. There's a lot of good supporting characters. Everyone feels fleshed out. They all feel real. It's set in the 70s. There's a great soundtrack. In fact, at times it feels like there's just constant music playing. But yeah, I really enjoyed Cruella. Visually, it's stunning. The costumes, the makeup are absolutely brilliant.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Alright, just another day on the job. So Cruella, I recommend it a lot. I think a lot of people are going to really be surprised by it. I think it's going to be a film that a lot of people will enjoy. I'm not saying it's the greatest film ever. I'm not even saying it's a great film. It does have problems. I think the opening, for example, is very clunky. It starts off with like very classic traditional narration and backstory of Cruella as a kid, and it goes on for about 10-15 minutes it seems, and the way in which it's establishing a story isn't the greatest or the strongest. I also think the film's too long. It's 2 hours 15 minutes long approximately, and it struggles to maintain the energy and momentum at times, but only just. For the most part, the film flows pretty smoothly and very well. But yeah, check out Cruella. I really recommend it. I think it's one of them films you'll be surprised by.
Any chance you had something to do with that?
He was corrupt.
Most people here are. I wish you could take them all down. So what can I do for you today?
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Alright, just adjusting the Twitch overlay. And let's get to it.
Access to
I don't
the
like
garage is
aiming the gun.
restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Yeah, they've added a lot of detail to this environment. So if I remember rightly, in the original version, a lot of the crates just weren't here. It was actually a fairly empty room. Or maybe I'm not remembering that right. These are amongst the most annoying enemies in the game.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out. What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us. We fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Alright, let's get out of here. Get into the trusty old Mako. And to the annoying parts of this game. So here's where I'm at with the Mako. I do think it has been subtly improved. It's not as bouncy, it's not as floaty anymore. But it's still bad. Why couldn't they just give it the mechanics of the driving in Mass Effect Andromeda? Why couldn't they just have you have a like an actual button for acceleration rather than having to push forward? Because you're pushing C with the same button, and it's just weird. It's not a good way of controlling it. Then also the combat in it is pretty boring as well. So they've added a lot of weather and atmospherics here. The fact that there is much more cloudy and murky, there is a lot more snow. Just helps establish the mood and tone a bit more. And it's pretty cool. They've also adjusted the colours slightly, so it's a bit more colour accurate. If I remember rightly, the first game it was a bit more purpley. I hope this looks as hard as it seems, because it's not easy. Right, what we got lying around here? Just take everything and let's get out of here. Right. Oh, I've got a lot of crap now. Oh, pretty good shotgun there. Yeah, you can have that. And oh, wait. What did I just do there? I think I've done something wrong there. Right, that'll do. Let's keep going. Like, even though the game is on the older side and it's a remaster, not a remake, there's still like a good looking gorgeousness to this game at times. Like that, the lighting and all that they've worked on this game is really quite good. Like, it doesn't look modern, but it looks close to, where if you hadn't played this on release, you could potentially be fooled by it, thinking that it is a brand new game. Let's not drive off the end of the cliff. And that's where we're heading. Losing control a little bit. Where am I getting attacked from? There. Right, I think we're here. Right, where are they? These must have been the commandos that she came with, rather than they're not getting obviously. I keep forgetting that Krug can regenerate their health.
Locked on. Cameras online.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle, let's have a look. More pointless upgrades. So pistol, shotgun, sniper rifle it was. Shotgun. Okay, that was pointless. Alright, let's upgrade. Right. There's that. And let's move ahead. Oh, it's like aliens.
Why are the
Turrets
turrets
waiting
facing
for the
the wrong
aliens to
way?
come through.
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Getting plenty of Omnigel from all this pointless crap that I don't want. And you know what, with that I am going to end today's stream there. If you're watching live on Twitch, give me a follow. I'll probably be back next Tuesday, but I could be back earlier. But yeah, otherwise it'll be Tuesday morning, about 10 AM BSC British Standard Time. If you're watching on YouTube, why not subscribe to my channel to get all of my content like this? That's Games with Grant on YouTube. You can also go to my Film and TV YouTube channel, which is just my name, Grant Burton, on YouTube. That's Grant Burton on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you're interested in my Twitch stream, go to twitch.tv/the_Grant Burton. And finally, why not go over to Twitter and Instagram and follow me there at the_Grant Burton for all of my thoughts and opinions up to date as I get them.
What was that?
Animals, wind. This place is in bad shape. Engaging target.
Here come the big boys.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
And that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Until next time, which will probably be next Tuesday, but who knows, maybe I'll come back for another dose. And now that that enemy's dead, thanks for watching. I will just save my game, see where I'm at before I go. 17 hours in, pretty much.